Well, joining us now live from Abia State is the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu. DSP, glad to have you join us on Arise News.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's start by asking you, what's the main objective of this platform?
When you have a president who stepped into the space boldly, courageously, taking breaking gins and issues that everyone was afraid to touch, especially the oil subsidy, which has, brought a lot of dividends to the people of Nigeria. For example, reduction of oil importation by 50%, as well as increase of our revenue, especially when you consider the last quarter, the first half of the year, to about 9.1 trillion naira. And when you have a president who believes in the unification of the FX, which has restored confidence in the market, which has also helped to build our GDP from what it was to what it is now. We're talking about 3.84%, and annual growth that is currently sitting at 3.40%. From 2.74% in 2023. It means that this president is moving towards the right direction. And also, if you consider the targeted interventions, various interventions he has done, which has dropped down inflation from what it used to be, we are talking about a drop from 34.6%. I had somebody saying that in the show with the diaspora people, to 23.71%, and which has trickled down to impacting on the food prices, especially the staple foods like rice, maize, and sorghum declining, by over 25% in the first quarter of 2025. When people thought that it was going to be so high, it means that that president is walking towards the right direction. Then you have a president who is bringing and launching projects like Nigerian Consumer Credit Corporation, which has been funded with over 200 billion in funding, and which has brought consumer credit to 50% of Nigerians' working population. The target is that by 2030, that will be achieved. He has started empowering citizens to access essential goods and services. It means that president is working towards the right direction. When you have a president who within 2 years has pushed for trade surplus that is hitting about 3.42 trillion naira, that is an equivalent of about $2.25 billion in Q4 of 2024, driven by increased exports, driven by international agencies like Fitch and S&P Global, upgrading Nigeria to a stable B outlook, thereby giving confidence to the people who are investing in Nigeria. It means that president is in the right direction. But the question is, how much of this is known by the people? And what this partnership want to do is to showcase what this administration is doing with regards to the agenda, making sure that people don't see it as mere theories, but showcasing how it has reflected in impacting lives in Nigeria. Because you see, if we don't occupy the space to tell the story how it is, when the time of election comes, people will be lied to again.
All right.
And that is what this partnership is all about, to partner with the administration, to push the right narrative out there, and to make sure that we strengthen and prepare the space for Mr. President when the time comes in 2027 for him to continue, in what he's doing, because the agenda is supposed to be for 8 years for some of us.
All right.
Not 4 years.
All right. Is this just for the people of Abia, or does it extend beyond Abia State? And then, how did the people of Abia, where LP is the governing party, receive this message of renewed hope partners?
Very beautiful question. This president is not the president of Abia alone. He's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So the initiative is for the whole country. But we're just starting from here because we say charity begins at home. I'm convening this particular program, and so I have to start with my people. My people have to have a buy-in into it before we take it to other states. If you had my brief speech when I spoke to the people, I said, we are starting from Abia, but it will go through the whole Southeast. But it's not just meant for Southeast. It is going to take us, to other regions of the country to make sure that we have chapters all over the country. And we said Abia chapter today. So this one is for Abia. Expect us in another state. It could be Enugu tomorrow. It could be Anambra. It could be Rivers State. It could be Ebonyi or Akwa Ibom. So we'll move around telling the good news in partnership with those who are working with Mr. President. They come and tell the story of how they are carrying out this Renew Hope agenda and how Nigerians are being impacted positively with this Renew Hope agenda. And if you ask me, like you did, how did Abia people receive it? We had wanted to have about 9,000, 10,000 people, but we had close to about 30,000 people in the field receiving the good message of Mr. President and then yearning to become members and partners with Mr. President, and a lot of people decamping from other parties to come and join because they believe in what Mr. President is doing. So it was massively received. I wish I have the picture to show you so that you see the crowd that we have, that we experienced today. Everywhere was locked down. And it just took 3 weeks to do this, and we had that kind of massive outing. Watch out for our next outing. You remember 3 weeks ago we were in Enugu with another platform also, trying to make sure that we get people to strengthen our democracy, and we are progressing. So with this Renew Hope agenda, we are a partnership. We are sure that people will understand what the agenda is all about. We'll break it down to your languages where you can understand. If it's Hausa, you hear it. If it's Yoruba, you hear it. If it's Efik, you hear it. We'll break it down. We'll let you know which of the agenda is being attended to by a policy of Mr. President, and then try to let you know that he's not wasting our time, that he is actually working towards building this nation the way it's supposed to be. Information is power, like you know, and the more we dish out what the information is all about, the more people will embrace the message of Mr. President.
All right, how do you sell?
And we are serious about it. No.
Okay, DSP, how do you sell this message of renewed hope partners to those who feel that their hope has been rather upturned instead of renewed? And how do you sell it to the Southeasterners, some who feel that they're being marginalized? Seems like there's a disconnect.
Thank you. Very, very good question. And it's easy to sell in the Southeast. Because I agree with you, before the arrival of this president, there was that feeling of alienation, marginalization, that inclusive aspect of governance was missing in the space for the Southeasterners. You remember it was the head of state, Gowon, who after the war promised there will be reconciliation, there will be reconstruction, there will be rehabilitation. And government came and government left, series of them, both democratic as well as military dispensation. Nobody attended to it. But this one man who means business and who means well for the Southeast and for the whole Nigeria. When you sit with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you see he's a man who wants to leave legacy who wants to get things done properly. He's a man on a mission to correct things that he believes have not been done well. And he did not only promise to correct it, he started correcting it. Remember, I sponsored the bill for Southeast Development Commission. You're asking me, how am I going to sell this to my people in Southeast? I have the tools. The tools are there to sell it to my Southeasterners. That we were rejected for 5 decades, 50-something years, about 55 years. He came, that bill had gone to the House over and over in the National Assembly. He came and he took it upon himself and said, no, Southeast deserve what was promised to them. And he assented to that bill without any condition. And many people say he was not going to constitute the board. He constituted the board. Many people say he was not going to fund it, that he was just doing it for politics. He funded that particular commission. As I speak to you, 100 days in office, the gentleman that is there as the MD and his team have been able to produce a report that shows the right roadmap towards fulfilling all those promises that were made to the people of Southeast in terms of reconstruction, rehabilitation, reintegration. And I tell you, Southeasterners are beginning to buy the message of this renewed hope agenda.
All right.
Because they know it's not just mere theory. So selling it to Southeasterners will not be a major problem to do. And for the rest of the country, the policies of Mr. President is not discriminatory. Time will not allow me. In fact, I'll offer to give you maybe 1 hour interview one of these days.
Before I let you go.
So that I can highlight on some of these issues, yes.
Before I let you go, let me ask you this. There is talk that you and the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, are not on the same page when it comes to style and strategies as it concerns 2027 for Tinubu. What do you have to say to that, DSP?
I'm not from Imo State. I'm from Abia State.
No, the presidency for Tinubu.
My big brother, Hope Uzodinma.
When it comes to 20...
No, I wouldn't. I've not had that.
Okay. All right.
I've not had that. We are we're on the same page. Myself and my big brother, the governor of Imo State, we plan the same way and we push the agenda. You know the governors are doing wonderfully well. But you can't leave this job only for the governors. You have to give help. Just like the president is asking for partnership. I know the governors are also asking for partnership. At the end of the day, we'll all join our forces in this partnership to build a formidable front in this Southeast. So that on the day of election, the governor will be in Imo State, I will be in Abia State, working for the same president. And I can assure you, he will be happy if I bring a good result from Abia State to add to what he had, so that when we go to the table to negotiate for Southeast, there will be enormous vote. And that is my target. My target is that I'm tired of my people sitting on the fence. I'm tired of my people not bringing enough vote to the center, because it affects my negotiation when I want to speak for my people. I am wearing the shoe and I know where it's pinching me. Right. I know what I'm being told when I want to negotiate for my people. So I need to work harder, and that is what I'm doing, to make sure that we bring the effort of all the governors, effort of all the legislators, effort of the ministers, effort of Dick, Tom, and Harry to bring sufficient vote to the center. And I want my people not to sit on the fence again. I want my people to be at the center of our affairs with regards to where the national party stands. And I can assure you, this time there is going to be a difference. I can promise you. Southeast will answer our name creditably well. All right.
The Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, thank you for being on Arise.